Okay, so I'm going to try this new function or program that can clone your Raspberry Pi boot partition while it is active. It is called RPI clone. So first, let's get it installed from the GitHub. Let's go to RPI clone. RPI clone. RPI clone setup. Now let's test this installation. Let's see what's in my hostname. Raspberry Pi. Test. Right, so that's all good as far as testing is concerned. Now I just plugged in my USB and I've got my Raspberry Pi here, as you can see. So when I plugged it in, this is my newest USB SD card that's plugged into the USB drive. It's got the 133 gig volume, and you might wonder where is that, so let's do a few stock take on what does it say in So in the /prox partition, my SD card is SDA, as you can see. Okay. Now let's do a clone. So he's asking me whether I want to unmount that /pi /disk. As you can see, it is currently mounted over here. So let's see, where is that /pi? /media /pi /disk. Yeah. So /media /pi. So this is the disk. Okay, let's say yes, it needs to unmount that. Now it's telling me, okay, so the size is FAT16. So my booted disk is FAT16, destination disk is 133 gig. My original media card is 32 gig. And I got this extra partition, extended partition, extended 4 and FAT32 for the boot, and the root partition is extended 4 partition. So now it's telling me, okay, initialize image partition, partition number mismatch. I got 7 partition, while in the new USB I only got 1 partition. Okay, so what it is saying to me now is, now because I have 7, I want to clone it into 1. That means it will need to make adjustment. Okay, so it will attempt to copy the same amount of partition, and it's give me a warning that all destination disks in SDA will be overwritten. Then I'll say yes to that. Optional destination extended type file system label. So I'll say call it Pi. Now it's starting to issue a command dd, which is this copy from the multimedia block 0p1 to my SDA1. Okay. I'll also notice in my VNC viewer that now it is unmounted. The media is unmounted. So let's wait until it is completed. Alright, so it seems to be after it failed. So initially I have a much bigger SD card, which is 128 gig, as opposed to the one that I'm trying to copy is a 32 gig SD card that is running on the Raspberry Pi. So what I've done, I actually swapped that USB SD card with the one that is having the same size. As you can see in here, I still have an issue because it keeps saying that the SDA have a wrong signature. And then what I've done here is I use a different card, and then I terminal service back into my Raspberry Pi, as you can see. So, and then I check that it is still using SDA, using the vi/proc/partitions command, and issue another clone command, and eventually this is what happened. So this is the original MMC block 0, which is 32 gig card, and the destination disk is also the same, which is SDA, which is 31.4 gig, which is a 32 gig SD card as well. You only have one FAT32 partition, as you can see. So the program will attempt to copy like for like, which consists of 7 partition, and it will ask me that whether I want to initialize the clone to the destination disk. I answer yes, and then also what I want for the label. I say let's call it Pi, and it started the imaging of the partition 1. This is the command prompt in case you are interested. So using the if/dev/mmc block 0 output file /dev/sda with 1 meg block size, and then it resizing destination disk last partition, resize success, changing the destination disk, and then another dd command to copy partition 1, the P1, to SDA1, and then copy the partition 5 to SDA5, and it creates the VFAT partition for SDA6, and it creates the Pi partition, which is SDA7, which contain most of the files. So that is the extended 4 partition. As you can see here, this is my root partition, which is extended 4. Then it copies the extended 4 partition, which is my root partition /dev/sda, is mounting it as a clone, mount clone, and then it's doing the rsync command to the / to the clone, and then it's mounting SDA6 to the boot, which is the boot partition, and then conducting the rsync of the boot partition to the clone of the boot partition. As you can see, partition number 6 is my boot partition. Okay. Eventually it's finished cloning everything. It starts at 1 o'clock, finishes at about 3 o'clock, which is 75 minutes. Clone partition are mounted on clone for inspecting, so at that point in time I can check the /mnt/clone partition, and then when I'm ready I hit unmount. It will unmount my partition, and that is the end of the command, and it's copied successfully. So I hope you enjoy this. Thank you. Subscribe if you like to see more of this, so that will keep me motivated on doing the similar kind of stuff. Okay, thank you. See ya. Bye.